Imagine petting your cat or dog. It feels nice, doesn't it? Picture a chef running his hand over the veggies, carefully selecting the freshest produce for his dish. If you're into books, and I don't mean ebooks, you may know the feeling when you see a book and your hand is instantly reaching for it. Its soft velvet cover invites you to touch it. Don't get me wrong, I love how convenient ebooks and audiobooks are. But there is this ineffable satisfaction about the way a printed book feels in your hands. Why is it so appealing to touch something or someone you find attractive? I'd say we feel like touching in search of two things: information and connection. Every one of us receives tactile information about our environment every second of the day. To feel alive, the sense of touch is immensely important. Right now, whether you're sitting with your butt sinking into a chair and feeling the fibers brush gently against your skin with each movement, lying in bed and swiping the glass of your phone with your fingertips, or walking cushioned by your comfy shoes and feeling an exhilarating satisfaction bouncing up and down, all this information about the world around you is received through the skin touch. The largest organ of our body is skin. Our skin is a remarkable sensory organ that constantly receives data about our surrounding. Touch is one of the primary ways that our skin gathers information from the environment. But then there is the emotional touch system. With the special sensors called C-tactile fibers, we receive information that is crucial for our social bonding. We all crave touch because it's an essential human need that contributes to both physical and emotional well-being, social bonding, and attachment. Touch is often associated with positive social interactions, such as hugging or holding hands, which can strengthen relationship and build trust. However, from feeling of joy to deep aversion, touch can trigger completely different emotions depending on the situation and who touches us. It's a good idea to be mindful of other people's boundaries and be respectful about them. Touch is perhaps the most overlooked sense. If we look at touch from a linguistic standpoint, it's an impactful word. No wonder English is abundant in figurative expressions with the word touch. We describe a risky situation where we're uncertain of what will happen as touch and go, while it's definitely better to touch and stay. When you lose your touch, you lose the ability or talent you once had. If you want to make contact with someone, you get in touch with them. Just think of the meaning of this one. An easy touch is someone who's easy to control or influence. Even linguistic examples prove how strikingly powerful touch is. Yet, touch is mostly used to communicate non-verbally. It can convey a range of messages such as direction, warning, or comfort. Touch can promote social bonding. The warmth of a hug, the comfort of a hand holding yours, these physical expressions of affection are known as human touch, and they are more important than you might think. A lack of physical touch can lead to higher levels of stress hormones, lower immune response, and increased risk of disease. On the contrary, when we experience physical touch, it changes the biochemistry of our brain in a dramatic and positive way. Our bodies release hormones like oxytocin, which lowers stress and anxiety, enhances feeling of bonding and connection, and even reduces blood pressure. So what happens when we are deprived of human touch? In today's world, where social distancing and isolation have become the norm, many people are experiencing a lack of physical contact. This can be particularly challenging for those who live alone or have limited opportunities for social interaction. When you can, do you take the chance to hug a friend, hold hands with a loved one, or even just pat a coworker on the back? Touch is a building block of human development. It's especially essential in infancy and childhood. Babies who are deprived of touch, such as cuddling and skin-to-skin contact, are likely to experience delays in development and emotional difficulties. How can we foster a culture of healthy touch in the world that increasingly emphasizes isolation and distance? This is the question we'd better explore to ensure that we continue to reap the benefits of human connection. Unlike marketers who have leveraged the power of touch to promote sales, we have yet to learn its true potential. One of the oldest and most effective marketing tricks is putting a product directly into the customer's hands. When you're physically holding a product, it creates a sense of ownership and emotional attachment that is hard to achieve through other marketing channels. Car dealerships have been using this trick for years, letting potential customers test drive their cars. They put you behind the wheel so that you feel a connection to the car and imagine yourself owning it. This trick is now being used for other products, from mattresses to makeup, allowing customers to try them out before buying. Touch is a powerful communication tool. There is no surprise touch made its way to some cultural beliefs. In Mexican culture, Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead festival, honors the dead by celebrating the lives of deceased family members. They explore the idea of the boundary between the living and the dead, and some believe that the spirits of the dead return to visit their families and may touch them to let them know that they are present. This reminds me of a joke I recently heard. Why did the skeleton refuse to hug the ghost? Because he didn't have the guts. Hopefully, you do have the guts to hug your loved ones and make them feel a tiny bit better with your affection and caring touch. Your body and mind will definitely thank you for it. And I thank you for listening.